kept it stepped with it on me. The agents who got up there.
Let's step up in this weight class, exercise the weight blast. On your heart, put a fake badge, guarantee get a great pass. We building a great mass, more than pause to break fast. But in the spirit, don't break fast, so fast break, make the pace last. We stand on face scale, live life, let it weigh well. Testimony, straight tell, so many blessings break the scales. Escaping the dumb hell, lift his name like dumbbells. Drop a Christ, be a dumb fail, them righteous prayers must prevail. Speak up, no mumble lips, clear sound, no muffled grips. Serving out on that humble tip, run and jump through the humble flips.
Anomaly Records present The Gospel Experience with ministering and performances by O&E, Spiritual J, Mike, Sister Shalom, Travail, MC Apostle Horsey, Young Bezel, MC Pastor Howard, Christian, Tommy Lovin, Harvest, Miss Chosen, J.U.L. Judah, The Showcase, Judah, Friends Dance, Chosen, and Juna Sparrow. The Gospel Experience will take place at 1701 Northwest 7th Street in Oklahoma City, Saturday, July 13, 2024. Ain't no experience like the Gospel Experience.
Shalom, kings and queens. Welcome to another great conversation at IMTV Talks. Man, this brother right here, like, man, let me tell you, we've been on some bad boys type stuff. Look, my Marcus, he's Mike.
Yeah, right.
Man, this smooth king right here, man, been doing his thing in the truth for quite some time. Like, for as long as I known him, for as long as I've known him, and even longer than I've known him, man. He's been doing some strong work in the truth, man. This is my homeboy, my fellow king, my brother Jaamel, the TrunkRattler. What's good with you, man?
Man, what's happening, man? I can't call it myself, man. You know what I'm talking about. Blessed to be alive. Yeah.
I must say, man, ever since I linked up with you, man, we've been shaking up the world, man.
Hey, that's how
we do it for the kingdom, though.
that's how it's supposed to go, man. It's supposed to be done like that, right? You gotta set that righteous example, man, and set the standard.
For sure.
Folks out here, man.
Man, true indeed, man. So the last time we talked on the last season, man, you was just getting ready to drop Righteous Rap Tunes, man. Can you share like how that album has done since you released it, man? Because that was a great project as well.
Man, all praises, man. But yeah, Righteous Rap Tunes, it did good, man. It's still doing numbers. You know, the streams are still going up. It took a turn for, and I won't say the worst, but it took a turn for the better, to say, because I thought that certain songs were going to do certain numbers and perform better than others, but it was like almost the complete opposite, right? So it was songs that I really didn't think was going to get the streams like that ended up getting the streams. So it's all praises.
Yeah.
And the song that just went was the song that I got I.O. on, right? You Don't Need, and that song, like it hit a lot of people with the message on it, that content, talking about that domestic violence, because it's something that's not talked about a lot in our community, especially when it comes to music. But people took to it, man, and that's the one. Like that's the one that's doing the numbers.
Man, sure, it's a few joints I could point out on that one, man. Like that Lucille Temps Volume 2.
Yeah.
That Swangin'. Man, matter of fact, man, what made you go as hard as you did on that Lucille Temps? Because that was a story.
Yeah. Like it was just a story, man. I don't know, like the spirit was just moving in the process of making it. So like I said, I always start off with the beats. So while I was making the beat, the story started coming. And it's like, yeah, I just got to tell this story of, and when you listen to it, you're supposed to get that understanding of, one, for us men, we got to do what's right, man. We got to do what's right when it comes by women, right? Because you out there, you playing, you doing this, you doing that, you cheating. You don't never know who you playing with, right? And in the case of that story, the brother didn't know who he was playing with, and it came back to bite him in the end, right? So yeah, for everybody that's watching, if you hadn't heard it, make sure you go check out Righteous Rap Tunes. Go check out Lucille Temps Part 2. It's definitely a story for everybody to get into, for everybody to know, especially us brothers, man. You don't know who you stepping out on, and you don't know who you stepping out with, and it'll come back to get you.
Man, that song remind me of that Dragon from the River, if you know what I mean. Because that's definitely what Lucille did.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Set them up for the okie doke.
Man, and the joint with IO, man. Can you share more about that one? Because that was a serious matter.
Yeah, that you don't need them, man. That's a lot of people's story rolled into one. The inspiration behind it was actually one of our sisters that was in the truth, and this happened a few years ago. The sister's name was Joy. Went through a domestic violence issue. Ended up getting murdered. Right, she got murdered by the guy she was with, and that was the inspiration behind that song. That's where the story came from. So I just took the inspiration from that story, because like it really went swept under the rug a few years back. And then it just like disappeared. So I just wanted to take the inspiration from that story, put together an actual story that would resonate to the people and let us know that, man, it's not cool, because the Most High told us, for us men, you know, we supposed to love our wives like we love ourselves, right? You know, we supposed to love our wives like Hamashiach loved the church, right? And when Hamashiach was here walking the earth, like, he wasn't treating us bad, like he wasn't beating on us and doing all this, and so we can't do that to our wives. We can't do that to our significant others. We gotta have that same energy. So yeah, that's what the story's about, man.
And also I pointed out Swinging, like, because Swinging, that was the joint that closed the album, man. What made you want to go out with that one?
So with Swinging, that was more of a personal song for me. So Swinging, I tried to summarize everything that I had went through that year, because that year was rough for me, from losing everything I had pretty much. Right, I lost the money, lost the job, you know, had to relocate, ended up, you know, but the Most High was able to bless me and my family to put us back in position, right? So that was the inspiration behind it, but I wanted to do it in a jamming way to where you could listen to it and not be bored, right? Because you can have story after story on an album, and it gets to a point to where it's like, all right, it's boring, the beat ain't really jamming, and it's hard to listen to. So putting that down south flavor with it and screwing that hook up, having that swinging in there, it catches you, so it's something that you can listen to, but actually when you listen, you hearing the story like, oh, okay, like he talking that talk, and then my story ends up turning into hundreds of other people's story, because people have came to me, they wrote me to be like, man, how you know I was going through that? I'm like, it wasn't about you, it was about me, but we all the same, like we all going through the same thing. And it's just like the prophets in the Bible, like we all the same. The prophets went through everything that we going through right now, and it just resonates. Like we all the same people. I didn't know you was going through it, but we the same, so we all going through it. So yeah.
Spirits travel, man, especially the righteous spirits.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure. And earlier I mentioned, man, like ever since I linked up with you, it's been amazing. But it's another person you've been linking up with heavy. Like, what's up with you and OG Hondo, man? Y'all done did almost everything together, man.
Well, you know Hondo, man. That's the Mississippi OG, man. And Mississippi OG, and he reached out to me. A few years back. Because I guess he had heard the music, or he saw something on social media, Instagram or something. But he reached out to me. I think he reached out on Instagram and let me know that he wanted to work. So I went and checked him out. And what drew me to him was his voice.
Mm-hmm.
He got that voice that is like, I'm gonna make you listen to what I'm saying. I was like, all right, with his voice, like I could take his voice and I can put something around that, right? You put the right instruments and all that around his voice, then you got something. And I let him know that. So we started working together, man. It started coming out good, right? Because I was able to take his voice and just with my production, just build around it and then collab with him, and we just came up with good music.
For sure. Love, speaking of OG, look, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to see another nation business.
Yeah. He's working on a lot, man. And I'm helping him get the music out. So like I've been doing a lot of mixing and mastering for him. It's like he got some stuff. He got a joint coming out this Friday. He about to drop a single.
Okay.
He about to drop a single. He put it out today. I think he started promoting it today. I saw it on Facebook. It's a song he got called One Time with Pac Q.
Okay.
It's different. Like it's different, but it's hot. Like it's jamming. You know, I was blessed with the opportunity to mix it and master it. So yeah, be looking out for that one. It's definitely dope.
For sure. Yeah. Man. And look, I'm gonna mention it again, man. Ever since I teamed up with you, it's been extraordinary. Like, what made you want to, what was your inspiration behind even wanting to create Red Wine?
Man, when I did the first one.
First one.
Yeah, when I did the first one, I just did a freestyle. I did the Forever freestyle. That's a part of that tape, and it wasn't supposed to turn into a mixtape. I did that freestyle, and I was like, I was just trying something. So I did that freestyle. I was listening to it. I'm like, I'm gonna throw this out. I threw it out, and people liked it. Then I was like, man, I'm gonna do another freestyle. And then that other freestyle turned into another freestyle, and I was like, I need to do a project like this. And I wanted to take it back to the old school mixtape days, get your DJ on there. How Drama came out. Drama came out with the mixtapes, man, and you had
Drama.
I was like, I wanted to take it back to that because I hadn't heard it in Israel. So I was like, man, if I do this will be another catchy way to reel in the streets into truth music. So that was the inspiration. Then the Red Wine, I got the name. That's just a metaphor. It's a metaphor for Christ being covered by the blood and the red wine. So I was like, man, that's catchy. And I'm like, that's gonna catch people. So it all came together. Then when I reached out to you with the idea, I let you know, hey man, this is what I'm doing. I want the DJ on there, and the rest is history. I sent what I had to you, and you just killed it. And I'm like, man, like, yeah.
Man, and I'm not saying this to be boosted up, but like you and I both know a lot of great DJs in the truth. So I'm just asking, like, I'm asking, like, what made you want to select me for Red Wine?
So the reason that I went with you is part of the same reason I went with Hondo. Your voice, right?
Appreciate you.
hearing your voice, like you got the New Orleans accent, right? You got the New Orleans style. You from the South, right? And I'm like, I know that he's gonna relate to every beat that I put on this mixtape because of where he's from, and then his voice. Like I knew that your voice would be catchy and reel people in. So it's all about finding the right elements to put together a good project and pull in as many people as we can into the truth. And even the people that's already in the truth, giving them something that they can listen to. So I knew, man, if I could take your voice, your style, your New Orleans flavor, put it on this mixtape, and you took it and you just ran with it. You took it to a whole nother level. Like the mixtape was sitting right here. And then when you did your thing, it just took it up. Like,
man, and I could share that, like, you know, like we was talking about before, like, yeah, you right. When you sent me those songs, I was just straight lit. I was more than happy to work on that joint. That's why I said ever since you started this whole thing, I've just been having fun because, you know, that was kind of like my era. I started in the early 2000s, man, when it was mixtape mania. Not just the South, but West Coast, East Coast. I was listening to all of it. Man, so I'm more than happy about the work we've done on the two red wines. I want to talk about the second one later, and even the work that we will continue to do in the future for Red Wine Stories. But man, for sure. But man, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, get into some of this righteous music, and we'll be right back with my bro, my fellow king, Jaamel the Trunk Rattler. IMTV Talks, y'all. Stay tuned.
Let's go. I'm all in the spirit, I hope you feel it. I got a lack of support, I hope you hear it while you out eating and shopping, spinning and copping. On this holy day, I hope you pay attention. Not to mention that I tried to teach you several times, but you declined. The truth hurts and you never been one for the pain. Water heals, but you never been one for the rain. So much for holy water or baptism. I'm all in the spirit, I hope you feel it. Now our relationship is withered, all screwed like Phillips, holding together the fact that I came in the truth and left you back where the heathen at. But I still love you because I came from you. A son must leave and cleave to his wife, that's what I'm doing. Indeed, that thief in the night is coming and proving that the law is still in place. You sleep, but I hope you wake. I'm all in the spirit, I hope you feel it. I'm more like Maccabees than Dr. King. Ain't about that integration. BG separate is segregation with no hesitation. And I'm for the nation. For your curiosity, I am not in a cult. For your curiosity, I can do what I want. For your curiosity, you can live how you want. For your curiosity, I just hope that you don't. I'm all in the spirit, I hope you feel it. I know that you were taught different, that's why your thoughts different. But you must walk different. It's 10 a.m. on the Sabbath, I'm just venting.
And man, that's how it is, man. We just over here having fun for the Most High, doing it up for the kingdom. You heard me?
it is.
Man.
That New Orleans flavor, there it is.
Man, so speaking of this great run you've been having, man, you also did another thing, like right after Righteous Rap Tunes, you decided to relaunch Born Royal because, again, you had some joints on there. Look, and these names keep coming up, lad. Especially that joint you did with Iob and Hondo. How you like me now? Cause of real. What made you want to bring Born Royal back?
2 reasons. So the first reason was that I put Born Royal out I put it out like a mixtape instead of an album.
Okay.
So I put it out and it was for free. Like everybody could download it. And I told everybody at that time when I put it out, download it now. Because it's gonna come to a point to where you can't download it for free no more. So download it now. If you didn't get it for free at that point, I don't know what to tell you. You have to pay for it. Like you can stream it. So that was the first reason I wanted to put it out so it could be on all streaming platforms for anybody that wanted to go listen to it. Because you got people that might not like going to YouTube. You got people that might not like going to SoundCloud, and that's where it was. So I wanted to make sure it was on all streaming platforms. But then all the features that were on there could be able to see it on all streaming platforms as well. It'll pop up under their profile as well. Sure. The second reason was I wanted to change the sound. I'm real picky when it comes to how the music sounds because I'm over the whole process. So I'm recording. I'm the recording engineer. I'm the mix engineer. I'm the master engineer. So if something sounds off to me at the slightest, I'm gonna want to change it, and I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night. So after putting out Born Royal, I couldn't sleep because it's like I was listening to it and I'm like, man, like I want to change this sound. I want to remaster this. I want to touch the vocals again. And like blah, but other people weren't really hearing it. Like I was the only one hearing it. Like it's weird. I'm like, I gotta go back in. So instead of just taking the records and remastering them, I went in and remixed them. I went back into the sessions. I put all new mixes on. Was in there tweaking the kicks, tweaking the bass, making it knock harder, cleaning up the vocals, and then I remastered the whole thing and put it back out. So that's what it was, man. I wanted a better sound on it, and then I wanted it on all streaming platforms, and then it'll help the features out as well because it'll be under their profiles on all of their streaming platforms as well.
For sure. Yeah. And man, and to follow up with that, you came out with Thoughts of a Prophet. Can you share about that?
Yeah, Thoughts of a Prophet, man. I started recording an album, and I'm still working on the album. Okay. So at that point, when I was going through, like something was telling me to stop. But it's the same project that I'm working on now. So at that point, I got a couple of songs in, and something just kept tugging at me and was like, stop. So I'm like, all right, I stopped. Like maybe this the Most High telling me to stop. So I stopped. And then I'm looking at the songs that I had. I'm like, these songs jamming. Like I'm gonna put this into an EP. So I went back in, I started listening, I started restructuring, finalizing that project. And then when I'm listening to it, I'm like, all right, yeah, I could put this out as an EP. And I was talking to my wife, and she's the reason. She's the reason. I'm talking to her. And I'm like, I got these songs. It's good for an EP. I want to put it out, but I can't put it out because I don't know what to do with it. Like, I don't know what to call it. She was like, what are you talking about on the project? So I'm telling her what I'm talking about. And she was like, Thoughts of a Prophet. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, okay, that works. So yeah, that's where the name came from. And I was able to put it out after that. Like, I would have still probably been sitting on it because I didn't have nothing to call it. I didn't know what to call it until I explained to her like what I was talking about on there. She was like, yeah, Thoughts of a Prophet. I'm like, okay, that works.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Man, ain't nothing like help from the real, man.
Yeah. All day.
Man, that's what's up. Man, so we're going to take another quick commercial break, man. Going to run some more music. That on the real, don't touch that dial. We got more to talk about, man. JOL and Jaamel, IMTV Talks, man. We'll be right back.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
I'm everything they claim to be. It's plain to see the way I rock this industry. Rappers, I make them ashamed to be. All these suckers paid the fee. Tap dance for massa, might as well wear a thong and give give a lap dance to massa. I'm bringing total disaster, and FEMA won't relieve you. Supposed to love your brother, but you live as a deceiver. Your man fall, you supposed to catch him like a receiver. The grass is high, but I know a snake and I can see you. I met the fakest people when I came into this truth. They ain't sin, but they claim to live more righteous than you. They say if you ain't in they crew, then you ain't in the truth. That's the reason why I'm so low and move the way I do. If the devil tempted Christ, what you think he'll do to you? Lie to you, whisper sweet nothings and make it sound cool. You a fool if you think it's all peaches and cream. And I ain't Sarah Lee, out here living life like a dream. And I ain't Dr. King. You want the truth? I'ma bless you with it. That faith you claim you got, the Most High gon' test you with it. Just ask Abraham, he almost killed his son to prove it. And he ain't blink, hesitate, or think twice to do it. Ask Job, all his possessions, he had to lose it. This that kingdom talk, homie, it's bigger than music. False prophets take the Bible and abuse it. Create their own doctrine. And it's still F the police like I'm from Compton. I know Sandra Bland, feel me? I know Philando and Elijah McClain, feel me? I know Tamir Rice and George Floyd, feel me? Tyree Nichols and Jaheem McMillan, feel me? Mississippi, feel me? Tribe of Judah.
Kings and Queens, JOL Jaamel here. IMTV Talks, man. Now, let's talk about round two. I get a call once again. Well, I threw up the idea. I was like, man, we need to bust him in the mouth with another red wine. Let's do it again. And not too long ago, I get a call from you saying, like, it's time, let's go forward. Like, how was you feeling like when you started creating volume 2?
Oh man, I was feeling like just having fun, man, because at that point I was still working on the album. I was still recording for the album, still making beats for the album. So when you hit me with the idea, it's like, okay. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's just do it. I was making that pivot, it was needed because I was able to step back from being in album mode, like being so serious in album mode, and jump into mixtape mode to where I'm just a whole different person. Like in mixtape, I really don't have a conscience and I'm just going in having fun. So I'm like, I started going through the beat selection, started picking the beats I wanted, started coming up with little rhymes in my head and knocking these freestyles out. I'm like, yeah. So when I hit you back, like, yep, it's a go. About to get this yeah. And that thing turned out fire again.
Man, did it. That was a great combination, man. And also, not only was it a great combination, but you brought in, of course, you brought the OG back, but you also brought in that boy Reggie Kadesh and that boy Judison. Like, what made you want to reach out to those guys?
I put out a PSA on Facebook before starting on the tape, and I was like, hey, if I haven't worked with you and you want to work with me, drop it in the section. All right, so I'm going through the comments and I'm looking at the people that's responding. I'm like, okay. And again, with me, it's all about the voice. So I'm going through and I'm like, Reggie, he got a different voice and I know his rap pattern. You know, like Judah's son, I know his voice and he got a different rap pattern. So I'm like, I know where I can go with this. Like, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with Reggie. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with Judah Son. And then Reggie and Judah Son and Hondo, we all in the same boat when it comes to not being clicked up and not being pushed as much as other truth artists that you hear. So that worked out perfect. That made me want to work with him even more, because I'm like, okay, y'all ain't really getting pushed like that. We need to make a change. I want y'all on this project, and I didn't want any of the so-called major truth artists. Like, y'all come on, we gonna rock it, and we gonna show that you can make a dope project like this, and then it'll start putting the spotlight on people that's not really getting the spotlight that they deserve when it comes to music, man.
Man, that's on the real. And not only was the mixtape was a success, but the party, the listening party was lit.
Yeah.
From the host, shout out to Truth Be Told, to the people checking in the comments.
Yeah.
Man, how do you feel about the party?
Man, the party was crazy, man. Like,
yeah,
it had me up here all night, man. So like from the start to the end, and then even when it was over, like IO was hitting me, Sheer was hit. We all like, man, we can't calm down right now. I was like, I'm still on 10. Sheer was still
I was on the high too.
He was on 10. IO was on 10. IO was like, man, he was chasing his son around because he just couldn't calm down. They playing tag now. I'm chasing my son around the house because I'm still on 10. I can't calm down. Then IO hit me back. He was like, man, I'm about to go play the video game until I just fall asleep. Like, man, it was crazy. Like that listening party, man, it was definitely one for the books, man. And then everybody being able to join. I hate that Hondo wasn't able to join. Hondo had to work. He jumped in the comments for a few, but man, just having everybody there, having Judah Son and Reggie, having you on there, so everybody can be a part of it. Because it's not just about me. Like, yeah, this is the Jaamel, the TrunkRattler, and JOL project, but it's not just about me. All right, I wanted everybody that was involved to feel it, right, to be able to share that same moment. I wanted everybody to be able to be on 10, just like everybody else was, right? So yeah, it was definitely, that was an epic listening party, man.
Man, and look at what everybody said, man. Like, it takes them back to that moment, like when they was out here. Like me and IO was talking about that first day of school, like we reliving that moment where everything you had to be fresh.
Yeah, that was the plan. That was the whole plan for this tape, man. And it was crazy to see that people actually got it. Like, I wanted you to listen. I wanted you to hear it and be like, man, I remember when this came out, I was this age, I was doing this. And then it brings you forward to where you are now, and you see where you've come and how far you've come, and how the Most High has changed you over those years, man.
Man, them, for real, man. All praises, man. Matter of fact, them joints was so dope. You got people asking for remixes. One of my peeps was asking me, like, can y'all remix that 25 Bibles while I'm trying to get on there with y'all, man?
Yeah, yeah, man. Man, that's what it's supposed to do.
For sure. Like, I can honestly say, like, again, you know, not self-boasting, only boasting in the Most High. I can honestly say that, like, we started something special, man. Like, bringing back that mixtape era, you know, from where it was before. Like, I could say, like, again, I'm having fun. I'm glad to see it back around, and I'm glad that we're contributing to it.
Yeah.
That's why I'll be like, man, I don't want this to stop.
Yeah, it ain't gonna stop, man. The Red Wine series is going to keep going. It is here to stay as long as the Most High says.
Yeah.
So,
man, that is That is what's up, man. Well, like I said, I'm honored to be part of it. Look,
I'm
man,
on it, man, because you take it to a whole nother level, man.
appreciate it.
Without you, man, it's just a tape, like with a bunch of freestyles on it. But a mixtape is not a mixtape without the DJ.
Man,
You gotta
thank
have
you, man.
DJ. It's just like I told you, it's like Bilal say on House Party. It's the DJ.
The DJ is the producer.
Yeah. Gotta have the DJ, man. Yeah.
Yo, Jaamel, how you gonna take my equipment and leave me? I'm the DJ, man.
Right. Gotta have the DJ, man.
Oh man. Man, and not only that, man, you got not only, was Red Wine 2 a success, but you got something else on the way though with Naraya, and you getting ready to drop Kingdom Time. Like, what made you want to do that joint?
Man, Kingdom Time is special. Like, this is the first single from the upcoming album. Kingdom Time is special. That's the only way I could put it, man. Like, I wanted to do this song for so long, man, even before the truth. Just the idea of it. I've had this idea for years, man. And when you hear it, like, you're gonna know what I'm talking about, but I don't want to let the cat out the bag yet, because with this one, this whole album that I'm doing, starting with the single, I'm going direct to consumer. So you're not going to be able to go stream it, right? You have to go to my website. It's going to be available at YaLifeInc.com on April 30th. That's the singles dropping April 30th. Kingdom Time featuring Naraya Cole on YaLifeInc.com. That's the only place you can get it. So you got to go there. Of course, I'll be sending it to the DJs and radio stations. Like, it'll spin that way. But if you want it, you gotta come to my website. You gotta go to YaLifeInc.com to get it. And you can't stream it on the site. Like, you gotta actually download it, right? And it's the thing, like, with this, the reason I'm doing this is we gotta take back control over our product, right? Because every time we put a product out on streaming services, the streaming services get rich. And I don't know if people really understand this. Like, you look at the owners of the streaming services, they're rich. They get rich because we're giving them our product, and they're making you pay a monthly subscription, right? You're giving them money every month to go on and so-called listen for free. And then when you listen, the artists that you're listening to, the truth artists that you're supporting, are getting a fraction of a penny, and you're paying $5 a month. And the truth artists are getting a fraction of a penny, and the streaming services is getting rich. You got to make it make sense. So going direct to consumer, which everybody should be doing, it eliminates the middleman. It eliminates the supporters. It eliminates Israel paying a monthly subscription fee. If you're going to pay $5, you can pay $2 for a one-time purchase of a single and not have to pay no more. You can listen to it as many times as you want, right? If somebody puts out an album, I put the album out, instead of paying $5 recurring each month, you could pay $10, $11 for the album one time and listen to it as many times as you want. The DJ is still gonna have it. The radios will be playing it. You eliminate the middleman. Everybody has control over the product. Now the consumer has direct control over the product. The consumer has purchased it, a single, one song for $2. They can take that song and listen to it as many times as they want, where they want, how they want, instead of paying a monthly fee. The artist has complete control over the single or the album. They know how many they're selling. They know where it is. They're not splitting the profit with a middleman, with the streaming services. Like, it's a win-win. Like it just doesn't. You got to make it make sense if you want me to continue to put music on a streaming service. Just to say it's on all streaming platforms, whichever one you use, that's fine and dandy. But you really losing control at the end of the day. You could say you an independent artist all you want. You don't have control over it when you got it on the streaming service. If the streaming service is getting rich and your consumers are paying a monthly subscription that you don't see nothing from it, that don't make sense.
and not to mention stuff that we as artists got to pay for, like TuneCore and DistroKid.
Yeah,
that's taking chunks out of our pockets as well.
Yeah, like no, I mean to cut you off, but yeah, depending on your distributor, right? As an artist, you're paying a yearly fee or a monthly fee for your distributor to say that your music is on all streaming platforms. With me, I don't have to pay a monthly fee or a yearly fee because I have an actual distribution deal. So I don't have to pay anything, but I have to pay them on the back end, right? So they're taking it, they're putting the product out, they're putting it on all streaming platforms, they're paying for the copyright, they're doing all of this, they're doing all of that. And at the end of the day, if I get a stream or if I get a sale, I gotta split it with them because they're giving me a service, right? You gotta make it make sense. How independent are you? Right? How independent are you?
Man, look, let me just share my dark past story because, matter of fact, I was talking with the bro Frederick Hallelujah last season about the same thing we talking about. Like, okay, so this year I'm relaunching like my first album, but when I tried to do it back in 2018, did you know it took me 5 years to make $10?
Yeah, I believe it. Yes.
Where they do that at?
I believe it. And guess what? Guess what? It took you say 5 years to make $10.
$10
off an album, right? How many tracks you had on that album?
I had about 8 on there.
All right, so you got 8 tracks on there. It took you 5 years to make $10. If you put it out yourself and you sell it, 8 tracks, you can sell it between $8 to $10, right? You're talking about $1 a track or $1.50 a track. You sell it from $8 to $10. You sell one, you have made all the money you've made in 5 years. You gotta make it make sense, man.
Bruh. And I talk to a lot of our artist friends all the time. I swear I miss the CD days when we could sell stuff out of our trunk, go post up at the gas station after a concert, even go downtown somewhere, just post up.
I'm telling you, the most money I've made in music is when I was in high school. Me and my crew, the same crew I run with today. And I was telling Delta this the other day when I was explaining this to her on how I'm going direct to consumer now. We would press up our CDs. We put out an album, press the CDs up. Right? We didn't have nobody doing it for us. We would sit at the house, press up CDs, take them to school, and we would sell them $5, $5, and we would sell out every time. We was making money in high school selling our CDs. Now the product was good, which made people buy it. You got to have a good product, but we was making money. I made the most money then in music in high school as a teenager, pressing up CDs and selling them. Versus now, you got to jump through hoops to try to get $1 because you're getting paid fractions of a penny. And we've been so conditioned to not support when it comes to buying somebody's album. We're not thinking I need to go buy this album. We thinking I need to go stream it. But then it's not clicking that if I go stream this, in order for me to go stream it, I got to pay a monthly subscription fee. And then it's not clicking if we say I'm gonna go to YouTube and stream it because YouTube is free, right? If you go to YouTube and stream it, it's the same thing. That artist is not benefiting nothing from you going to YouTube and streaming it. It's only YouTube benefiting from it, and the companies that are paying YouTube to put their ads on videos. The companies that put the ads on videos, they get way more money than the artist, and YouTube as a whole gets way more money than the artist. YouTube is taking those commercials, and they divvying up fractions of a penny to give it to the artist. And even people who ain't you just a regular YouTuber, they giving you fractions of a penny to have other companies put their commercials on your videos, and they making all the money. That don't make sense.
You ain't lying, man. That's why I brought up my conversation with Frederick Hallelujah, because he was telling me, look, he'd rather go back to Bandcamp.
Man.
Like he said, the direct to consumer, that's what I thought about Bandcamp, because look, go straight to the artist that's selling the music.
Right. That's how it is. That's how it's doing. Kingdom Time, April 30th, Y'all Life Inc. That's where you got to go to do it, direct to consumer. So if you enjoy listening to my music, if you've gotten anything from my music, if you want to support it, go to y'alllifeinc.com, April 30th, Kingdom Time, myself and Nariah Cole. It is definitely a special song. The song is going to kill the summertime. It's going to kill the summertime.
That's what's up.
That's all I can say right now.
Man, that's what's up, man. All praises. Look, we're going to take another commercial break, and we'll be right back with more, man, from Jaamel the TrunkRattler at IMTV Talks. Keep it locked.
Keep the law.
I'm so cold, so cold. Die for peace and a drink. Got these haters mad, but they love the way I swing. Plenty tribulation, but I still do my thing. Break the devil down, make them kiss the pinky ring. Everybody mad and they wanna see me done. Booking all these shows, they ain't calling me for none. Top 5 lists, they don't mention me in none. I still keep it moving, see how far I done come. My spirit's so high, I can flip above the rim. Play myself one-on-one, Thomas Shepard in the gym. I'm a humble guy, but believe me, boy, I'm him. Blessed to the max, you can see it in my grin. I'm so cold, so cold. Keep it real, I ain't never been a fake. I'm trying to feed my fam, but you wanna take my plate. I'm the first in line, but you wanna make me wait. Supposed to be my brother, but you're looking like a snake. Talk behind my back, but I really don't care. I'm focused on the kingdom, sure that I won't see you there. The lies that you're spreading got it smelling in the air. Yeah, please separate the wheat from the tares. Mad cause I don't celebrate your pagan feast. I ain't worried about you, why you worried about me? Thanksgiving Day, please don't invite me. I don't wanna kick it with you, you don't really like me. I'm so cold, so cold.
Blessed in the summer, blessed in the winter. Disrespect me, the most high gon' get richer. Boy, I do my thing, 2 gold chains. When I see a devil, know I gotta swing and bang. Blessed in the summer, blessed in the winter. Disrespect me, the most high gon' get richer. Boy, I do my thing, 2 gold chains. When I see a devil, know I gotta swing and bang.
Had to get older, man, it got colder. I done got one, got a chip on my shoulder. Had to get older, had to get older, had to get older. Man, it got
Man, what a conversation, man. Especially, man, I also wanted to bring up what you said at the party, like the I was matter of fact, I was talking about this with Reggie Kadesh as well. Like one thing you said at the listening party, the truth don't need labels. Like we have our own. As long as people get behind us, like you've also said, like if we get that real support we need, we can just push our own stuff without having these companies, these cutthroat companies try to run our stuff for us.
Yeah, definitely. It ain't hard. It's not hard.
Man.
It ain't hard, man. Like all Israel has to do is show up. It's not hard. Like
Yo.
you got people going platinum, gold and platinum in the secular art, in the secular music. Israel could be doing the same thing if Israel just supports, and if Israel purchases. Like I said, we so in the mindset of streaming. You got to get out the mindset of streams, and you got to get out the mindset of going to them in order to stream your favorite artist. Go directly to your favorite artist. Like that's how it's going to work, and that's how we get to keep everything in Israel and not have to give them $1. Like it only makes sense to me. I mean, I could be sounding crazy to a lot of people, but it ain't hard. It's simple.
Man, for real, like it's a lot of things, man. People make it seem harder than what it is. It's just simple. Like all you have to do is show that love, show support. And man, and one thing I like that monologue said, like I see a lot of people showing off their Spotify, but Spotify ain't even the standard. And you know how, and speaking of them, like the way they do stuff, man, like if you don't meet a certain standard, it's over. Yeah.
Like Spotify, man, people like to run the Spotify because the Spotify playlist, like they want to try to get put on playlists, and then you got all of these fake companies that they go and they pay for all of these Spotify streams. Like that's why they go on there. Like you can pay for Spotify streams and get you a plaque because you got 1 million Spotify streams. But at the end of the day, like what are you paying for? You just paid for a bunch of streams from fake bots. It's showing that you got 1 million listeners, you got 1 million streams, but YouTube, you got 10 views. Right? Your Facebook followers, you got 100 followers. Instagram, you got 100 followers. Like you can't manipulate the game like that. Like all Israel has to do is come together. Like Spotify is not the standard. If it comes to streaming, Apple Music is the standard. But it's not as easy to manipulate Apple Music as it is to manipulate Spotify. Right? So that's the thing. Like you get, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's not as easy to manipulate Apple Music. It's easy to manipulate Spotify. Like there's 1 million companies offering you Spotify streams. Like that just is what it is, man. But yeah,
man, that's on the real, man. But look, on a better note, man, what more can we look forward to from Jaamel the TrunkRattler besides Kingdom Time?
Oh man, after Kingdom Time is album time, man. So
yeah.
I'm working on the album, man. I'm trying to get that closed out. So the album will be coming. The album is gonna be the same way, direct to consumer. You're gonna have to go to yalifeinc.com if you want that album. But yeah, man, and then after that, whatever the Most High sees fit, man. Red Wine 3 is in the plans. But yeah, after that, man, it's wherever the Most High takes me with this music journey, man.
Man, I know one thing you mentioned to me when we was talking. I hope to see you this summer, man, in Dallas, man. You was talking about the Royal Nation concert.
Man, I'm glad you brought that up. That completely slipped my mind, man. Royal Nation. Thank you, man. Royal Nation. So Royal Nation and the Hebrew Wall Street Festival, June 1st and 2nd. So June 1st, I will be performing at the Royal Nation concert in Dallas. And then July 7th, I will be performing at the F3 in Atlanta.
F3?
Yeah, Douglasville, where they having it out there in Georgia. So I will be there as well. So yeah, man. Yeah, Most High willing, man. All of these things do take place, and we just keep moving. We keep trying to get this truth out, man.
For sure.
Yeah,
man. I missed F3 last year, but I hope to make it there this year.
Yeah, I missed it last year too, man. I was on the ticket last year too. I was supposed to perform, man, and then couldn't get there. Same thing for the Hebrew Wall Street. I was supposed to be out there last year and couldn't get there. I was supposed to perform there too, but yeah, hopefully, this year, man, Most High willing, things change and we can be in the building. If you're in the building, I got to get you on stage, man.
For sure. Man,
gotta get you up.
I'm all for it, man. Man, well, all praises to Abiyah once again, man. I thank you, Jaamel, for coming through and being on the show once again.
Man, you already know, man. It's all love, man. I appreciate you.
Man, for sure. Thank you, man. Again, look, although I'm working with you, I'm still wishing you all the best on this great run you've been having, man, for the truth.
Man, I appreciate that, man. And it's likewise, man. Everything you got going on, the IMTV, man, DJing. I saw you put your post out. You were showing everybody that you was DJing for, man. So that list is growing. So
man,
definitely appreciate you being my DJ.
Man, thank you, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, just keep pushing, man. Wishing the best for you.
Man, appreciate that, man. All praises, love, all systems go. But we're going to close out, man, with some more of this righteous music. Thank you once again, Jaamel. It's your boy, J.O.L. Judah, signing off. I just want to say much love. Continue to love the Most High, love each other, and love yourselves. Take care, y'all.
Spiritual captivity. Sometimes we're held captive by our own actions, and we live with our own sins. But praise to the Most High, He can deliver us from anything. We just gotta seek Him. Word of Yahweh that left me to my own devices. Life full of wickedness with perpetual enticement by the enemy of my soul, tormented by my own actions, not living up to my fullest potential with no satisfaction, gratified by my lust. Being excluded from what is called righteous, filled with animosity, with satanic precisement, coerced by ignorance, with infallible precision, problematic in forethought, with undeniable derision, superseding my fallacies, with anonymous tragedies, coincide with ignorance of my perpetual reality, nominated eternal, had to escape the infernal, circumcised by tradition of my ancient paternal, my duration of wisdom comes from the Almighty, translated through love, if understood rightly, selected for justification of my ultimate judge, created for praise and worship, and I will not budge. The flesh fights against the spirit against the flesh. The wickedness of this world leaves your soul perplexed. So what is next? Seek the Mashiach for your delivery of these satanic thoughts that bring about your misery. Spiritual navigation of above an unknown plane. Spiritual frequencies to which I must obtain, coinciding with negligence of my simplistic brain. Illogical thoughts enamored by monumental gain. Rations of knowledge exterminates the presence of evil. The beneficial forfeiture of the flesh and is lethal. So what is legal, what is lawful, what is transgression? The matter has been sealed through verbal suppression. What's my direction? Where am I going? My destination? Am I fortified with the spirit in this occupation? Serial sin of motivation makes the heart feel weak. Eternal torment of the soul to which scripture speak. Beneficial prevalence of my mind is irrelevant. Son of Yah is present and victory is evident. So beholder, his name is Jehovah. Yahuwah is his name, and I'm one of his soldiers. The flesh fights against the spirit against the flesh. The wickedness of this world leaves your soul perplexed. So what is next? Seek the Mashiach for your delivery of these satanic thoughts that bring about your misery. My elevation of mental capacities is diluted. Fervent prayer for deliverance leaves me secluded. Enter into my prayer closet, begin with supplication to obtain holiness from its righteous manifestation. Trying to turn from wickedness and my imperfect nature. Mortify the deeds of the flesh, evil, I hate you. Saturated with the spirit of the holy majestic. No longer defrauded by the devilish, my soul is protected. Quintessential rebirth of my spirit's essential. Praise Yah for his grace and fill in my temple.